This is your government video for the separation of powers. The separation of powers is a term used to explain how the constitutional powers of our government are separated into three distinct branches. They separated them into three branches, each having their own core functions and responsibilities. The first one is the legislative branch, and this is outlined in Article 1 of the Constitution. The legislative branch, which is made up of both the House of Representatives and the Senate, their job is to make laws. The executive branch is outlined in Article 2 of the Constitution, and the executive branch enforces the laws that are made by the legislative branch. And the judicial branch, which is outlined in Article 3 of the Constitution, applies or interprets the law as cases come to them. So anytime there are conflicts or disagreements between states or states and the federal government, or an existing law and a new law, people can sue and use the judicial branch to apply or interpret whether a certain law applies to a certain situation. The separation of powers is only one of the things that they added to the Constitution in order to make sure that our government was functioning properly. They also wanted to add checks and balances, and those are things that exist between two branches, so that the legislative branch has a little bit of say on the executive branch and vice versa. James Madison used this quote, "Ambition counteracts ambition." If you think of what the term ambition or ambitious means, which is striving for power, need for power, this is the argument behind why James Madison wanted to add checks and balances. If you put a really ambitious person in the legislative branch, or lots of ambitious people in the legislative branch, then ambitious people in the judiciary and in the executive are also going to want to strive for power. And because they want more power than the other groups, they're going to make sure to restrict the power of the other branches of government. And so that's why he also added in checks and balances. And the checks and balances are the powers of one branch to check the power of another.